Season 1 has been out for a few weeks now, so I think it's about time for me to update my ranking for each strategist. There are a few balance changes and a new hero since the last list, so we got a lot to go over. So please enjoy the video and let me know in the comments below if you agree and what your ranking would be. But without further ado, let's get straight into it with the worst strategist in Marvel Rivals. Jeff is just plain bad right now. The buffs didn't do much of anything to help his issues, and the ultimate nerf made his already pretty bad ultimate a bit worse. He has good healing, but doesn't provide much utility for his team except in the form of his bubbles, which don't even do much. The speed boost is alright and can get you to mid a bit faster, but it's not too helpful in the team fight. Jeff's main problem though is his ultimate is just bad. It's just plain out bad. While other supports have ultimates that are at least somewhat usable, his ultimate is just useless. It's just so easy to dodge, effectively making Jeff useless. Both of his team-ups with Groot and Luna are not that good. His burrow is decent for escaping, but when you're in this form, you aren't doing anything to help your team. While other strategists, you have other abilities to get the enemy team off your back while still being able to heal and do damage to support your team. I've barely seen Jeffs in my game do anything but heal, but even in that case, it is done so much better by almost every other strategist in the game. I have a few choice words to say about this fucking Racoon. First off,
he's not good.
Ever since a Rocket made it to Grandmaster by doing nothing but healing, no damage, just healing, I have been seeing him everywhere and people trying to replicate that in my games, and I fucking hate it. Okay, maybe I'm being a bit too harsh on my judgments since he does have a high pick and win rate, but in my eyes, he's still not good. His revive is decent at helping a teammate who may have overextended or save a player who got picked off at the start, but more times than not what I see happen with it is our team loses a fight and the revive player is forced to retreat and either succeeding, meaning nothing got accomplished with it, or they died trying, meaning the value it got was counteractive to the team. His healing is easy to hit, but for a majority of the match, you're just spamming that one button and not assisting with damage or taking out targets or tanks. On top of that, a lack of a defensive ultimate means that if the enemy team sees that, they can exploit it so easily. I mean, his ultimate is alright, but it's just so outclassed. I think part of the reason Rocket seems good is he's easy to play and understand, but you got to remember we're all still learning the game. So once we're getting super high value out of these higher skill supports like Luna, Mantis, and Loki, Rocket will more than likely just become obsolete and useless. This season I feel like we have a much better idea of how good Adam is, and he's alright. His healing charges are really good and can provide your team with a lot of healing when used properly and managed properly. The Soul Bond is great for sustaining yourself and your team when you are on low health or dealing with high damage ultimates. He provides great damage when you combine both his primary and secondary fire, and his Cocoon is just good, providing you a second life every 105 seconds. His ultimate is situational since it's so easy to shut down since revived teammates spawn at such low health. So it's just so easy to shut down even if he does it in a concealed area. You just push into it and everyone will fall over. It is best utilized with other defensive ultimates or to revive a few fallen teammates, and when used in that sense, it can be a game changer. He is so good with Mantis and Star-Lord with his team up, and his only real weakness is the fact that A, he doesn't have a high healing ultimate, and B, he's so susceptible to die since he has no mobility or way to escape them or way to freeze or slow them. Adam isn't the best, but he's still good and still usable and doesn't feel terrible. He's just severely outclassed by his other supports. Now we're starting to get into the real competitively viable strategists, starting with the Invisible Woman. With this being her first season in play, she is really good. Her healing feels great, and with its piercing capabilities, you can easily DPS and heal at the same time. Her shield is really helpful for her whole team providing healing, and the shield being especially good for those heroes you don't always have your eye on, like Iron Man, Storm, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Hela. Her Vortex is great for pressure and dealing damage to groups of enemies. Her Force Physics is great for displacing enemies by either pushing them away or pulling them towards you. Her Invisibility is great for providing self-healing and sneaking out of sticky situations. And her ultimate provides great healing, invisibility, and it slows down the enemies within it, being a great tool for healing your team and providing a big area of pressure. Her team up with Mr. Fantastic is pretty good, nothing game-changing, but because of her great damage, healing, pressure, and defensive ultimate, she finds herself in a good spot. Not as good as other strategists, but still really solid and a great pick, especially when some of these other strategists are getting banned. Mantis is a really solid strategist right now, but did fall down a bit in the rankings. She's still really good, with her healing output being great and with her being able to both heal and DPS simultaneously. On top of that, her damage is nothing to scoff at, being able to 2 to 3 shot most squishies. She can also give damage boost to herself and her teammates, allowing you and your team to shred through the enemies. Her sleep provides so much value, allowing you to stop any flanker that is on you and allowing you or your teammates to straight up eliminate them. Her ultimate is great for starting a push, providing nearby teammates with healing, overhealth, and speed. She's very versatile and is a great pick in almost every situation, although her healing is limited to her leaf resource. Although this can be navigated by hitting headshots, since for each one you regain 1 leaf back, allowing you to spam both healing and damage boosts for your team. The same passive also gives you extra movement speed when out of combat and gives you healing over time whenever you use one of those leaf resources. This passive provides a ton of rewards for hitting your shots, avoiding enemy fire, and just straight up sustain for yourself. Mantis has so much good going on for her and is a great option in almost every situation, and on top of that, she almost never gets banned. Loki is super good right now, and that's for one main reason: his ultimate. He can copy all the best ultimates of any hero in the game. This has spawned a strategy where you run Loki with another strategist with a really strong defensive ultimate like Invisible Woman, Mantis, Cloak, or Luna, and have him copy that strategist whenever he ults. Other than that, Loki's clones are great and provide a ton of healing and pressure for the team. He has great dive protection with his invisibility and teleport. He does great splash damage, which provides great area healing and damage to nearby enemies, and he has the rune that can save him and his teammate or completely cancel enemy DPS ultimates. His team up with Hela is amazing, and overall, Loki is just insanely versatile with his ultimate and just a really powerful kit. It just makes him a really powerful strategist, and definitely a great strategist to learn and play in your competitive games. Cloak was already really good last season, and the buffs just amplified their presence in the meta. They still have the same versatility as last season, with Dagger being your healer with 2 really strong abilities to keep your team up with the healing window and bubble, while Cloak provides all the DPS and other utility with his blindness curtain and invincibility. On top of that, their ultimate charges so fucking fast, like once every 15 seconds, a Cloak is typically going to have their ultimate if they're healing. And with the new buff provided, it's an even larger area of healing and just invincibility. Good Cloaks are insane at cycling these abilities and are extremely hard to kill, and just everything about them is so good. They provide so much value for your team, so much healing, and it is not uncommon to see these heroes banned in comp games. They're just insane right now and definitely need to be toned down. To no one's surprise, the best strategist for Season 1 is still Luna Snow. The nerf they did to her ultimate did nothing to diminish its effectiveness, since in the end, it is still 12 seconds of invincibility or damage boost for the whole team. So much can happen in 12 seconds in a game of rivals, and if the enemy team doesn't have anything that either kills the Luna or keeps their team alive, it can easily lead to a team wipe or turn a losing fight into a winning fight. On top of that insane ultimate, her abilities are so strong, with her having a snowflake that allows you to double the healing of a target, or as you're healing someone, else it will also heal the target too. A snowball that incapacitates targets for a long time, allowing your team to kill them with ease, and a shift that allows you to pierce and combine your 3-shot attack into one, making your healing and DPS way more consistent. She just has so much to offer, and her ultimate just lasts way too long and provides way too much value, to the point that she's pretty much banned in every single comp match. Overall, still the most busted strategist and possibly the most busted hero in Marvel Rivals. So that's the ranking. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton when creating this content. And also, sorry for the inconsistent upload schedule. Work has been so hard on me, so I'm trying my best to make content for you guys while also look out for my mental health and my family. To the people who have stuck around and the people who are just joining now, thank you so much. Honestly, your support means the world to me, and just the fact that you stick around and watch my videos to the end, it means so much to me. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.